Alright, Broskis. So we'll be picking up, possibly for the last time, with Koudelka. So made some pretty decent progress in the last recording. Left off there with some very unclear instructions from the game as to what in the name of God I was supposed to be doing next. Tried to think about what in the hell was I actually supposed to be doing, and had basically resigned myself to either look it up or go back to the very first room of the game and just walk through the entire goddamn map until I can figure out what the hell it wanted from me. So I looked it up, and thank God. Because it actually turns out that all you were expected to do before continuing into the final, I don't know what I would call it, church area, I guess, was you needed to go back and talk to Roger in his library. Roger Bacon, our, what was he, 700-year-old sorcerer? Or, I don't remember. And in particular, the way I was going to do it, of basically methodically going through every room in order from the beginning of the game, that would have taken for goddamn ever. But so... let's see, what is the fastest way to backtrack? I don't think it's this way. But no, of course, as you always run the risk when you try to look something up, I did read one thing that I clearly missed. Which is apparently important, though I have no idea why. In the initial cutscene of the game, while Koudelka is climbing around on the top of the building, she had an amulet on, which she dropped. Because I forget if that was because she got like attacked by a crow, or if she just kind of fell off the top of the building. I don't totally remember. Been a while since I saw that cutscene. Come on. Well, apparently you can actually pick that up. However, it is almost insanely easy to miss it. And apparently it's important for something. I don't know what. I tried to explicitly not understand what exactly it was supposed to be important for, but it is apparently important for something. Do. Okay, nuts. So what was I doing? Okay. I don't know. Honestly, at no point has James ever come close to running out of magic points. I feel like 80's pretty solid. Let's... I mean, we could try luck, though I'm not overly concerned about luck. Let's... okay, let's bring up the hit rate. Bowgun arrows. Okay. Or wait a second, is this the fastest way to get back where I'm trying to go? No. I actually screwed that up. Well, is it faster now to actually start backtracking from here, or have I actually made a different path faster? No, in fact, I think you can get back there, but that would be a really long way to get there. Or wait, now I'm starting to confuse myself because there's too many backtracking paths in kind of weird spots. Whatever, we're gonna go this way and stick with it. Nice. Alrighty. So by swapping off the axe, we lost a lot of health. His hit rate is also kind of low, but honestly, I can't remember the last time he actually missed a physical attack. Yeah, let's just boost up HP. Ooh, 3 listels. Nice. Through here, up here. Okay, and then over to here. Alright, so now we're back out here. Wait, what? Okay, game's being very picky with hitboxes all of a sudden. Nope, yeah, fine. Of course it did. Well, he'd already been using it for a while. It was a matter of time before that thing broke. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need a saber. I do, however, need to equip Edward with something. Let's see here. Put through on the normal scimitar. I don't want to use the vital longsword, because that actually seems like it might be halfway decent for a boss fight in case I run out the earth battle axe. Yeah, let's just use the normal scimitar. Alright, so this fountain was originally a save point. And then supposedly where I missed, once you put the icon items on all the statues so the water stops flowing, which opens up the door to run into the caretakers. Supposedly now, yeah, the pendant. This is Koudelka's pendant. From the opening cutscene. I don't know how in the hell you're supposed to figure that out. Yeah, not great. I mean, the luck boost is nice, I guess, but man, that's... Actually, for him, the luck boost might not be atrocious, because I don't care about his intelligence. It's kind of a weird thing to say. Yep. Hold on. Yeah, actually... Because I don't want to lose the wind absorb. That just feels like it's a bad idea. The intelligence drop doesn't matter, the mind increase doesn't matter, but the extra 15 luck, yeah, why not? All right. Alright, now I should be able to get to Roger's library by going to the right here. Yes. Which will here It looks like Roger is still engaged in research.
I know it's here. I saw it here. I put it here. What? Have you come round to see me again?
I want you to look at this.
Research journals.
I want you to tell us whether what's written there can actually happen or not.
Well, let me see. Yes, I see. Oh, that's right. Resurrecting the dead. Ooh, a cauldron. The Branwyn tales, indeed. Yes. It is most likely that the events detailed here did take place.
Just as I thought. But that's so frightening that
Personally, I have not attempted it. I am certain that the Immigrant document contained accounts of secret rituals conducted to resurrect the dead. But as you can tell from reading this, it involves complicated preparatory work. I had given up discerning the impossibility of using the psychic powers necessary to create such an immense psychic platform. Moreover, I never expected that people would attempt to challenge such a feat.
The journals say that the physical body was resurrected, but not the soul.
Absolutely. The ancients held the secret to life in the palm of their hands. But they could never come close to touching the secrets of the soul. They resurrected the dead in order to use their physical bodies as a workforce, thus building the great civilization we oft-times speak of. In fact, we would not be far off if we called them puppeteers. Exploiting the human body as an object.
if so, then wouldn't
Yes, resurrecting the dead and restoring them to life as it was before death is impossible.
Then how do you return the resurrected body once again to Earth?
That is a very complicated question, since it already defies universal logic.
Please.
It is no easy task.
Tell me how. It's what Elaine, God rest her soul, wanted.
Right.
Couldn't you just kill her again?
It is not absolutely impossible, but I would need to call forth the sacred powers in order to complete such a feat. Oh, yes. I know that the arm of Daniel Scotius, the man who built this monastery, is stored in a stone statue on the ground. If we throw that into a cauldron, we will successfully destroy the roots of the tree of life. Oh, after that, I haven't a clue whether to call forth the energies of fire or entrust the task to water. Oh, it is so complicated.
Fire. Or water.
What are we going to do?
Oh, Heavenly Father, bless our souls and bring forth an end to this suffering. Oh.
So are we going back to the cauldron? Or am I trying to move forward? I mean, they're both relatively close. Oh, shit. Well, somebody's working a late day. Hold on. Pardon me, I have to go answer the door here. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't know UPS would even deliver this late after the end of the standard workday. Oh, yeah, take the boat gun. Alright, what was I doing? Right. Checking to see if we throw arms into cauldrons. Jesus Christ, come on. No. Or if you do, I have misunderstood, and this thing is not actually the cauldron. I kind of thought that was the cauldron, but whatever. No. Ooh, we're actually faster than him, huh? Ooh, another battle axe. Nice. So hold on a sec here. What is the new battle axe? It's a water battle axe. Yeah. I like having him using the axes, so. Alright. And now we are making some progress. Vestry, first floor. Alright. Roman nuts. You see 6 dolls. It looks like the lower 4 dolls can be moved. Nope. Okay. Pistol rounds, I don't really care. So we've got 4 dolls that can be moved. Each one individually. Okay. Using a trick mechanism of some sort, which is going to be somehow or other linked to these dolls. I'm just not clear on how. Nice. Okay. Get that. And let's actually continue pushing up agility. I feel like that could be worth it. Ammo. Okay. Okay, that was kind of a dumb puzzle. What is this? No, I don't care about pistol rods. Okay. What's going on? Okay, so we've got a door there. A door ahead of us. And a lot of nothing over here. Nothing? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Got him. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's try and do another agility boost. Ooh, water scroll. Oh, that's right. I'd have like 3 of those or something. Oh god, okay, so this is a boss area. Okay. Hmm. It looks like there's something in the shadows, but you can't see well. Yes? Lighting the candle used up your last match. Oh. Oh, that's right. We picked up a tinderbox. Yes. Life drinker. Life drinker is not an item. Sword. A necromantic blade that gives its user great power in battle at the cost of his or her life energy. So what, is this like a you attack but lose health by using it? Hmm? Or does that just mean that it drains down your vitality a lot? Because holy shit, dexterity up to 70? Dang. I mean, the vitality loss kinda sucks. The luck loss, honestly, I'm getting like a 15-point bonus off of that pendant. I don't particularly care. The agility boost, I think, is actually just evening out the drawdown from the battle axe. So it's an extra 7 points of damage and 37 points of dexterity at the cost of 15 vitality, which is a lot. What do I drop down to? Honestly, it's not actually that much different than if I just swapped over to like one of the other swords. This feels like a final boss weapon. We're gonna hold on to that. And it does HP drain. Okay. In that case, I think I'm actually going... I've been sitting on this Vital L sword because I kind of actually thought this is what I was going to use at the end. But honestly, this is just better. Nah, we're going to keep using the axe for now. But, okay, so probably want to continue boosting his vitality to counteract loss from equipping that Life Drinker sword. Because that thing's pretty fucking badass. Alright. Was this a save? A sec here. Yes, okay. We'll do a temp save here, and then go see this boss. Something's not right. Never is. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's... Get up in its face. Okay. Not as much damage as I would like, but it is taking damage. Let's see what this does here. Oh! Oh! Does it absorb all magic? Oh, this could be bad. Okay. Ow. And it's got a group hit, so I want to get characters a little... Edward is paralyzed. That is the worst possible outcome. Well... Miss? Edward? I guess let's just throw a... Okay, so move over to here. I say as I immediately had already learned to not group them up, and then I immediately group up all the characters. Let's move you over one. Well, so I had tried Geyser and Tornado. God, is it all of them, or is it just, like... just the two that I happened to try? I mean, at this point, I've done the thing no damage, so it doesn't really hurt to experiment. Okay. Okay, we're doing some damage. Hang out. Okay, you don't resist Earth. All right, that's good to know. Okay, Edward is silenced. Does not matter. Miss. Okay, hold on. Oh. Axe level went up. Okay, let me try something here. It's when he's twitchy. Okay. So when he goes into twitchy mode, it seems like all my physical attacks miss and all of my magic attacks heal him. Which means this is going to be a drawn-out battle, which will be quite annoying. Oh, unless he has far less HP than I thought he would. Okay. That took me a second to understand that gimmick. Alright. So I would like... Let's get up to 40 agility. And let's throw a couple more into piety. Oh, okay, got a couple of levels out of that. Put one there. All right. Now for Edward. I'm kind of fine with your piety remaining very low. Your strength is doing quite well. We need to start boosting vitality. Let's do heavy vitality boost. Okay. Let's get you real fast. And let's do... Let me see if I can't relatively quickly get James up to like 1500 and then keep boosting attack, magic attack power. Crossbow. Alright. Nice. Okay. So I think the map said...
This must be the temple.
There's no way! If I put a bullet through it, it wouldn't budge. What are we gonna do?
How ironic to have made it this far and not have access to the temple.
Koudelka, Edward, you both must go now. It is my friend that is apparently responsible for this disturbance, and therefore I am partially responsible for this trouble. I have no intention of asking for your sympathy, and I'm in no position to plead for your help. So from this point forward, I can manage on my own.
Don't kid yourself. We didn't come along just for your sake.
No, Koudelka, you should go back now. It'll be far too dangerous.
Edward, you're the one who should go home. You were not meant for this world. Granted, you are a good fighter, having had plenty of experience, and I won't deny the fact that you have the killer instinct either. But when all is said and done, you are an average Joe. I am not. I was meant to exist in this realm. It's the only place I can carve out an existence for myself.
Quit lecturing me! I want no part of a lukewarm existence filled with regret. No. My way is to not worry about consequences, and to do whatever it is I want to do. Chance means nothing to me. Life's a gamble, and once you place your bet, you'd better play to win, or else you end up dead.
Edward, you really are ridiculous.
That's what they tell me.
Do as you like.
That I will.
Oh, suddenly when you feel like it, you decide when you can and cannot open doors?
Wait, there's a way. Remember when we were searching Patrick's mansion? There was various chemicals around. It may take some time, but I think I can combine the chemicals to make nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin?
That's great! We're talking powerful explosives here.
For this door, I think we'll need a full flask. Indeed, if I drop the flask before I return, I'll be knocking on heaven's door in a flash.
I go, and it is done. The bell invites me.
Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell. that summons thee to heaven or hell.
Ooh. All right, disc 4, which means presumably we are pretty close to the end here. Although the map doesn't seem to show much of anything left on it. And honestly, this is feeling very end game. What? Okay, so now what? Oh, don't tell me you're sending me on another random backtrack with literally no direction. That would be a yes. Seriously? What am I supposed to do? Alright, I guess we'll try and go talk to Roger again? Like... Oh. James has decided to remain in the laboratory in order to mix nitroglycerin.
Begin my work. Can you two wait for me here?
And then, what happened to the girl Melanie?
She was gone the next morning. She left with practically everything in the room.
You don't have much luck with women, do you?
Well, you know what they say. The cleanest breakup is when a woman runs out on you.
What else is her statement? Oh, but you're lucky. I mean, to have so many people to kid around with. For me, I'm all alone. I've been all alone all my life.
What about your childhood?
Yes, I did have a childhood. I was born in a small town in Wales, right off the banks of the Taliesin River. It was a small gypsy town.
Gypsy?
That's right, gypsy. I mean, we didn't call ourselves gypsy. We called ourselves Rom. See, a true gypsy is born under the blue sky and is destined to die under the same blue sky. It's gypsy law.
So then I guess you plan on dying underneath the blue skies.
Every gypsy is given a name at birth. My given name was Slato.
Slato? Mm-hmm. It's got a strange resonance to that name. What does it mean?
I can't tell you.
That too must be part of the law?
The law it is.
You know, ever since I met you, enigmatic, mysterious glint in your eyes. Man, it must be the gypsy in you. A glance from thy soul-searching eye can raise with hope, depress with fear.
Byron again?
Yeah.
You must really like him, don't you?
Yes. So I feel as though we're birds of a feather.
Then he must be self-obsessed as well.
I'd rather be classified as a romantic. My father was a strict man and couldn't forgive his son for failing academically. He blamed my failure on the time I wasted inventing adventures, dreaming of a utopian landscape. I was brought up to believe that dreams, the power of the imagination, as well as all the things I loved as a child, were useless, a complete waste of time. It was as if he was telling me I was useless. And then again, it may be just that. I think I was probably born too late. By the time I was 15, everything there was to be done had already been done. The Western territories were colonized. The jungles had been explored. There was no wilderness for me to wander into. No jungles for me to cut my way through. I guess that's how I ended up roaming the country. Well, granted, I picked a few fights along the way, played with fire, gambled on my life a few times. But none of that comes close to the truth I'm searching for. I yearn for something far greater. I can't quite explain myself, but it's as though I'm on a quest for some intangible treasure of sorts. Koudelka, I envy you. You have psychic powers that few are blessed with. Being born a gypsy, you can choose to live how you wish.
And who gave you the right to act as if you figured me out? Do you have any idea how I was raised? You make me laugh. Adventures. Please, you haven't the slightest clue. Do you have any idea how much pain my psychic powers have brought me? My father died when I was only a child. I predicted the exact time, place, and ending of my father's life. Imagine that, predicting your own father's death. You know, I was cursed as a child, being given powers not meant for a child. And my mother, oh, she was so frightened and so full of hatred for me. She tried to kill me with her very hands. The gypsy elders got together and decided to excommunicate me. I was only 9 then. Do you have any idea how a 9-year-old child survives without the help of a living soul? Treasures, you must be joking. Have you ever cried and begged for your next meal? Did you ever sell your body, seeking shelter from the frigid night air? I used to be just like Charlotte. When she cried and said, "No one has ever loved me." Oh, her words cut straight through me. It was me she was talking about. Just like her, I wish that everybody would die and harbored a hatred for all mankind. But you see, Charlotte has made her peace and gone to heaven. Me, I'm still alive and still all alone. No one has ever lent a helping hand. No one.
Koudelka, you?
I'm not as free as you make me out to be. I am a poor, dirty, ignorant woman who threw her gypsy pride to the dogs in order to live. But you see, even someone like me can do good. Because with my powers, I can help ease the pain of others. That's when I feel good about living. I don't need to be loved. I just want my life to have some meaning. And just want someone to tell me they need me. You. No way will you ever understand.
It's done. It's completed.
Oh, that was easy. James has finished his work. You got nitroglycerin. What? All right. I don't think she really needs the magic points, but I would like her to have a better magic resistance. Crystal and high potion. Okay. All right.
It's amazing.
May as well pop a temp save here. There are marks under the casket. It must have been dragged. Okay. The tree of life has stopped. Looking beyond the stained glass, you see a sheer cliff rising from the ocean. Yeah, I get that. So, like, can I move it? There's nothing more over here. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Nice. Good lord, what is this thing and why is it so fast? There we go. All right. All right. So you're doing dandy fast. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we've got a pipe organ here. Oh, do not tell me I have to know how to play a pipe organ. You see a pipe organ with runes carved into the keys. It's like there are only 4 keys. It looks like there are only 4 keys that can be pressed. How can you tell that by looking? The runes on these keys read people, secret, pain, light. Alphabetical order? What key items do I still have? Still have Daniel's arm. Still have the mask, but I don't think those help me. Secret, people... People, secret, pain, and light. I mean, is this supposed to be like some sort of logical... Let me think. 6 and 6. No, so they're not all different lengths in terms of the number of letters. I already tried alphabetical order. Okay. I mean, these are some weird keywords. The The weird thing in the basement area told me some weird shit. Maybe it will, like, now give me the answer to the puzzle. I mean, it has done literally nothing else of value. Can I get... Oh. Well, there goes the water axe. Annoying. Oh, come the... Why does that magic miss everything? Like, Jesus Christ. None of the other magics have this problem. At least not consistently. Didn't I pick up an extra axe or something? Yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm going to be using the swords at the end, so let's just get our use out of this axe. Nope, not geyser. No. Come on. Got him. Okay. Okay, do you know the secret? It's a creature of... Okay, yes. If you sound the disc, the last of Patrick's experiments... Okay, I already... Yeah, I already knew that. Okay. How far away do I have to go to make you say something different? Because you keep saying different things. Okay. Must stop the star that Charlotte leaves behind or the flare. Well, when we bought Charlotte, she left behind an accessory. That was like a flare brooch? I think. Wait, what? Soon you will meet them soon. Okay. It says, I just worked here. Patrick hired me. They can be seen only in the dark. Hidden doors, hidden books. That doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, quickly losing hope that this is going to give me anything useful. Then it says, Patrick, how could you do this to me? I don't know, he didn't seem like a particularly nice guy. Got a lot to say, though, surprisingly. It says, if you have the research diary, the emigre file, Roger. Okay. The graveyard, St. Daniel's grave, and the grave of the girl. Yeah, whatever that was, I did that. That woman wrote many letters for children. Yeah, okay, that's Charlotte's mom, I guess. Where's the pendant you dropped? Ah, okay, I did actually find that. So that, I guess, was important. At least this thing seems to suggest that it's important. As did the walkthrough I read. Okay, wait. Pipe organ, move, go below. Okay, but what do I do to the pipe organ? That seemed very relevant there for a second, but I don't... Vigna and Valna just want their dolls. Yeah, that was explained to me multiple times already. Good lord, this thing has a lot to say. If you go 4th floor, hidden sacred. 4th floor? Have we been on a 4th floor? This is the basement. 1st floor. 2nd floor. 3rd floor. No, the 4th floor is only in the... Okay, that's probably going to be good to know. If you want acid, yep. Patrick, how could you do this to me? Uh-oh. We seem to be repeating here. On the disc, the last of Patrick's experiments. Come on. Get in there. The pair of dolls, the woman turns her back to him. I don't know what that means. Acid, yep. Oh, good lord. So you clearly get a random phrase out of this, because it's not repeating in a constant pattern, which really sucks. Yes, where's the pendant? However, we're starting to get a lot of repeats, which makes me think we've probably heard most of it. Yep, many letters for children never delivered. Charlotte's mom, yes, I know. Vigna and Volna want the dolls. Okay. I think I have heard what you have to say. And you gave me a clue about the organ, but not what buttons to press. Which is a real downer. Like, what? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like there's realistically anything that I'm missing normally. In fact, I read through a walkthrough up to that point. Like, there's no key items I'm missing. At least up until the first time you enter this door. So it's like, is there something in here? I mean, I felt like I pretty thoroughly smashed my face against all the walls. Ooh! Oh, god damn it. Okay, good. It's going to attack Koudelka. I think she'll live. Probably. Oh, okay. Only 200 damage. Oh, that was easy. Alright, so you're at 45 agility, which is where I'd kind of like you to be at. I could try to sink a little more into vitality just to get him also over 2,000, which would give him a fighting chance of taking a hit or two. Which I am somewhat tempted to do. Yeah. One more level, I'll put him over 2,000, which should be plenty. Nope, I don't want to open that, thank you. There's no reason to move this. Those are just those stupid pistol bullets that I don't need. Oh, God damn it. Oh. Okay. I mean, there was nothing in this. Well, there were shotgun shells, but... Okay. There was nothing in this room. This room had a cool sword in it. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ, not more of these. Yeah, I'm just gonna bail on this. Okay, so this was... Oh, it won't even let me back up there again. May as well. Okay, did I miss something in here? Oh yes, okay, this thing looks like it was dragged. I am like 90% certain you screw around with the organ and figure out that puzzle and that thing will move and then we'll go down. I am like 90% certain that's how this is going to go down. I don't know. I don't know how the game expects me to solve that other than trying to brute force it. Nice. Ow. You little bitch. Okay. Put one there. And I didn't miss anything up here. Nope. Okay, so it's not shortest to longest word with alphabetical. No. Wait, can I press the same button multiple times? No. Okay. Alright, fine. I don't like having to do this much looking up, but good lord, for whatever reason, at the tail end of this game, it has become insanely, the game just suddenly expects you to figure out a whole lot of stuff. And I'm not... A lot of the times it seems very out of nowhere. No, 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 no. Oh, where is it? Okay. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, it seems obvious now, and I would be far less annoyed if there were literally any other puzzle that had been tied to a document. Because, I mean, these other fucking documents are really long and have provided nothing besides background info. This is literally the only one that is a puzzle solution. And there's... I don't even... because we found this fairly early on. There's, I don't know how many hours of gameplay between then and well, whatever. Secret Pain People Light. Secret Pain People Light. Okay, and let me guess. The thing moved and now I can go down. How did I know? All right. Progress. Get on this.
Patrick. Poor Patrick.
Is there a reason we're sitting here?
Hey, what are you doing? What's that? No, don't!
I'm not asking for your help. This is my problem. None of you need to die with me here.
If you throw Daniel's arm in and call upon the power of fire, you want to throw Daniel's arm in. Yeah.
Are you sure? Let's proceed. Saint Daniel Scodius, protect us from these evil spirits and grant us inner strength. Amen. Thou, who were created and born out of dust, now go quietly and return to thy Maker!
So why are we climbing the tower after we've just lit it on fire? I'm gonna be honest, this does not seem like the greatest plan. No, no, this guy. Alright, up to level 40. Fairly happy with speed. Okay. Yeah, good lord. Okay. Alright, love that. Go ahead and drop a couple points into piety. Oh. Game, come on. Or wait. Okay, oh! Well, this is not great. Well, it's a tree, and we have been lighting it on fire. I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab that it is in fact weak to fire. Oh boy, okay. I've got a fire sword, which would be funny. Actually, the two weapons I want to use for the boss are both the same sort of sword. And we'll just use this scimitar for the moment. Oh, good lord, these things are fast. Not particularly dangerous, but fast. Whoa, wait. Since when does it do that? Well, I'm happy about it. I just wasn't expecting it. Nice. Okay, so this should presumably do like a holy shit ton of damage. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Nice. Oh, yeah, now you're running away. Get back here. All right, 41. What are these? Okay, all sorts of exciting things going on here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so how's that going to change when I move to the other ones? So you... Oh, it's only like a 4-point drop in vitality. That's nothing. For a 19-point strength bonus. That's insane. And the Vital Longsword, also very usable. Cool, love that. We'll stick with the normal scimitar for now. And then... What are these? Statue representing Tyche raises the owner's luck. Hermes for agility. And Apollo for mind. Okay. So if I... Oh, good lord. Okay, so I need to check status outside here. So, like, let's see. Who... Actually, I would kind of like James to have more mind. How much does it do? 3 points? It's not nothing. And then what other ones? Luck and agility. Okay. Luck would probably be best for Koudelka. Agility... might be best for James. Because he is pretty much my primary damage dealer. Okay. Koudelka. Anything over here? Nah. Okay, so where in the heck are we? Because I remember the weird upside down head thing said 4th floor. Okay, so we've got to finish like the horseshoe movement here. Come on. Nope. Ooh! Why does it have a zombie? Is it gonna throw it at me? That'd be kind of funny. Ow. Ow. Oops. Okay, so you killed Koudelka's target. Unfortunately, James is too powerful. Ooh. Okay. That was some damage. Yeah, this sucker's got some health. Ah, we got it. Or no, we didn't? Okay, you didn't. Nice. Yeah, that triple attack is quite annoying. He's taken it, but it is... Oh! You're not dying. That is unfortunate. Huh. Oh, okay. There we go. Just barely missed getting it with Edward or James's magical attack. Alrighty. Okay, then keep increasing the magic power attack. Dex and agility idol. Okay. So Dex. And another agility, huh? Probably, honestly, both on Edward, honestly. Okay, so where are we on the map at this point? Okay, so we are now on the 4th floor. Now, the whatchamacallit said there was something on the 4th floor. I don't know what, and I don't know where. I'm also still unclear as to why in the hell we're climbing the tower. Okay, can you... Now, where is there a secret thing in here? Cat! Dead. Alright, once again, I'm starting to feel like I'm probably underpowered, given that I am leveling up almost every single battle. Alright. Another cat's eye. You can feel a pulse in the plant. Previously steady, it suddenly picks up pace until it feels as though the plant will explode. Okay, for a horror game, the landing needed to be a little bit less goofy there. Alright, well, unfortunately, I think I missed whatever the hell it was on the 4th floor. Beats me. Okay, but like, what if I just... No. Okay. This feels like final boss territory to me. Or at least very... This is a 90s RPG. What are the odds there's like 2 to 3 phases of boss fight? Basically 100%. Okay, well I have my big vital sword and I have the life drinker. Let's start with this one. And maybe I'll like hold on to the life drinker for the final form or something. I mean, granted, no other boss... Oop, Elaine caught up with me. No other boss in this game has had multiple forms. But then again, that's not an uncommon thing for this era RPGs, so... Okay. Plain ground. Okay, I think at this point, worrying about trying to level spells is probably stupid. Let's just go with the big boys. Ooh! Uh-oh. Not happy about that. Okay. 700 damage. Okay. Was not expecting Koudelka to take that much. Okay. And I'm rather worried about the whole physical miss, although that could just be coincidence. Let's see here. Nope. Okay, you're just missing. I'm going to be honest, that kind of blows. Okay, so let's spread out here. Nope. Okay, that is a full board hit every time, no matter what, huh? That sucks. Okay, one more try here. No. Okay, we just cannot hit her with physical attacks. So Edward is worthless. Love that. God, that has to be magic. Okay. And you have a decent amount of health. You're just waiting. Okay. Where are you going? What do you think you're doing? Okay, just that attack again. Ow. Put a heal on yourself. Oh my god. Nope, not flare. Nope. Oh my god! Ooh, got her. Okay. I am now very heavily dependent on James as my sole damage dealer. Not super thrilled about that. Yeah, why not? We'll use up my cheese. Oh my god, that's just not even worth it. I don't know why I'm wasting my time on this. What was this? Alright, good enough. Alrighty. So how many... Okay, so first off, do I have a, like, better... Just... Honestly, yeah. Swap over to the shotgun. Okay, you... Yeah, go ahead on to Life Drinker. You're doing just fine. You don't even need to change. So let's go ahead. Use the other dried food on Koudelka. Let's use a Listil. Okay. We're actually not in... I don't think we're in terrible shape. Okay. Form 2. Okay. Let's go on up here. Roll Flare on the first turn, why not? Alright, can I hit you with physical attacks this time? Because that'd be really cool. I can! Okay, we're still doing this. Ow. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna pull Koudelka back. Oh. Did she do that in the previous fight? But I didn't notice it because, okay, that could be a problem. Nope. Move forward and heal yourself. Nice. Okay, so clearly we need to try a different magic. Ow. Good lord. Annoying little bitch. Okay, you pull back. Heal yourself. Okay. You absorb fire. So what are the odds that Geyser works? Ooh, Edward's sword level went up. God damn it. Nope, already screwed it. She pulled back too. Son of a whore. It is what it is. Okay, Geyser. Does Geyser work? Not great, but it is at least doing damage. So, infinite improvement. Nice. That's fine. Not super worried, so let's throw out an antidote on James. Okay, so let's... Does Meg go with? I may regret this immediately. Okay, moment of truth. It does, but it only does about 1500 damage, which I think is about the same as Geyser. Go ahead and throw an antidote on yourself, because why not? Okay, getting some good damage in. Okay, go ahead. Throw a heal on yourself. Get back here. Ooh, uh-oh. Why did I suddenly go down to doing like 0 damage? I don't like that. Throw a heal on... It's not going to do much, but throw a heal on James just cuz. Okay, so let's... You're making me nervous here. Swap over to the Vital L Sword. Ooh, got her. Got her. Okay. Now, go ahead back on to, what's it? Life Drinker. Okay. Not doing too bad. Still quite a few items. I've still not used those. I keep meaning to, and I never do. Which means I probably never will. Okay, let's... we can spare one potion. Okay. So hold on a sec. What floor am I on? Oh, we're... Okay, well, we are supposedly on the highest floor. I'm going to guess that there is one more phase for a nice even 3. Because it sure doesn't seem like Elaine is dead yet. Yep, here we go. So we're all dead? Or... No, okay, we got teleported onto the magical battlefield first. Okay. Very pretty, Elaine. Okay. So, Koudelka, stay back. Just throw a flare at it from the back row. Edward, get in, start swinging. Ooh, 570, huh? Not thrilled about that. Okay, let's try a flare. What do you do? Oh, this thing again? Okay. Ow! Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so James can still put out a decent amount of damage, but this is a huge problem. Okay. I've got the Roman nuts, which we're pretty much gonna have to use here. Yikes. I do have Reflect. I've never used it, but I have it. Like, what if I put... I mean, James is gonna get beat down, but he will actually take more than one hit. I'm kind of just assuming that this boss is just gonna spam that attack over and over again. Granted, that's... maybe not. Because that's what the first 2 phases did. If she's not going to spam it, that absolutely works in my favor. God, even James took 1,000. This is going to be a problem. Uh-oh. Nope, okay, this is something different. Perfectly okay with that. Okay. So if Elaine, as long as she doesn't start spamming that one attack, we should be okay. Let me see if I can get greedy here. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay, so Reflect is still up on Edward, so throw a heal on yourself. And attack her. And then we're gonna move to the other side. Okay. So we should be able to survive another one of those big group attacks. Get in the corner. What you doing? Facing towards James, I'm not super thrilled. Okay, 1,000. Okay, and you're gonna try to move towards him. Okay. James, move back. Throw out a flare. Koudelka. Throw a potion on James. Yeah, his piety is so high, her magic is just not gonna do much. Okay. Oh, she can hit anybody. Yikes. Okay. Sure seemed like that was a front rank only hit. Clearly I was wrong. That is problematic. Oh, come on! Oh, not this! Fuck me. Ugh. Yikes. Okay, throw out a Roman nuts on Koudelka, get her back up with full health and MP. Nice. See if you can throw a reflect. God, that's so risky. Put a reflect on James. I mean, so far it's only been doing magic attacks. Which means if I can just keep them alive, that will go a long way. Hold on a sec. So Edward's reflect has worn off. So it does wear off over time. Wait, you can only have reflect on one character at a time? That sucks balls. Okay, didn't understand how that mechanic worked. James is dead. God. Well, this sucks. Wait, what? Oh, because you got your fucking turn canceled. God, what is the best way to go about this? I mean, it's kind of a tie between Edward and James for my best damage dealer. Edward drains health every time he attacks, which means it's probably better. Yeah, let's put reflect on James, because he's dying too frequently and too often. I really need James to stay alive. There's the group attack again. Nice miss! That was a huge miss. Okay, you keep throwing flares. Edward, because you're full health, throw a Roman out on Koudelka. Wait, now they both have reflex up. Is that I can only have a reflect up per cat. I don't understand. I don't care. We're rolling with it. It's a ways away, but it's still damage, and I need to up my damage output here. We're never gonna win this battle if I don't start dealing some fucking damage. Nothing, but I don't want her to get any closer because she's just gonna start dying in a hit. Oh god, yep, you are now just spamming this area attack. Oh, did we get it? Okay. That's a third form. Do we have a fourth game, or is this it?
I have seen the most interesting happenings. It would be a waste to go back to sleep just yet.
Hey, Koudelka. I wonder what she was about to say.
Dead people don't speak. It's just in your memories.
Huh? Is that how you explain what we just saw?
I guess.
Memories. Somebody told me that after a loved one's death, all we have is memories. In these, we maintain an eternal bond with the dead.
Okay, I guess that's it. Man, I'm trying to think of how I feel about the game. And I'm having some trouble with it because my brain keeps not wanting to treat the game as what it is. Because there's so much about the game that looks like a Resident Evil, it's a horror game like a Resident Evil, and in my brain I keep wanting it to be a Resident Evil, and it's definitely not. I mean, I guess I'll just try and walk through it. Graphics, for a PS1 game, actually look quite good. As I think I mentioned earlier, I'm about 90% certain that the character models were not particularly well optimized. I feel like a whole lot of playtime was lost purely in battles and purely in just waiting for things to load. which is a point against the game. Like, if it were possible to mod it just to get it to load faster, I'm pretty sure I probably would have shaved a couple hours off the total playtime and would have made it much smoother. But ultimately, with a little bit of patience, that's not a huge issue. I think probably what I really have trouble dealing with is the combat. Because the combat is very unique, but I don't know if it's unique in a way that I like it. Because it's trying to do like the standard JRPG random battle thing, but it's mixed it a bit with some tactical RPG elements, but they're very basic, and I don't know if they realistically add all that much. I mean, for almost every battle in the game, save a couple, I played with basically the same strategy. At least once I kind of gained an understanding of how it worked, which was just run forward as fast as possible to claim as much of the battlefield as possible, get up in the enemies' faces, and just throw magic at them. And this worked damn near every single time. Only a couple of deaths in total. Were there any deaths that weren't on a boss fight? I don't think so. Nah, it was all in the boss fights, and it was generally just because either I was severely underleveled or the boss had a gimmicky type thing that I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I mean, having the grid is a fine enough idea. I mean, to make any use out of it for strategy, I really would have liked more, either maybe some sort of height mechanic to gain advantage by being higher or lower, or more detritus and things showing up. Because across the whole game, there was one battle, which was against the thief with the gun who was shooting at me, and he had 2 pieces of cover he was hiding behind. That was the only varied battle in terms of the terrain and the actual tactical aspect in the entire game. The rest of them were just, here are the enemies, the whole battlefield is flat. And again, I think maybe there could have been more to it if they didn't go with this idea that your characters and the enemy characters cannot occupy the same rows. I don't know why they made that decision. That's a very weird one. Because again, it just makes it whoever claims more of the field faster gains a massive advantage. And there were 1 or 2 boss battles where they managed to push me back into like the back rank, and all of a sudden things get very claustrophobic because your characters can't move through each other. But that really wasn't a huge part of the game. I mean, otherwise it felt very much like kind of standard RPG fare. I mean, in combination with the weapon leveling and magic leveling, what it most immediately pops into my head is Final Fantasy II. Japanese Final Fantasy II, I should say. Which was not my favorite battle system. And I'm going to be honest, with the entire weapon and magic leveling system really did not feel like it mattered. I mean, by the end there, yes, actually having multiple attacks with a leveled up melee weapon, or I'm not actually sure I ever saw the impact of the higher level magics. On the tentacles, I did finally see magic hit more than one enemy with a single cast. I don't know if that was because it was higher level, I don't know. But I mean, at the end of the day, every weapon and every magic levels up to 99. I feel like I played through the game fairly normally, without a significant amount of grinding, and I didn't even get all 4 of the basic attack spells to level 2. They go up to 99. This seems like massive overkill. And it kind of negates the point of those mechanics. And I'm also, I mean, do the weapon levels just keep going up like that? Like because with each level of, say, sword, when I got the sword with Edward up to level 2, on occasion he would do 2 attacks in 1 round. Then I got it up to level 3, and occasionally he will do 3 attacks. I mean, does that actually go up all the way to 99? Where you click attack once and he does 99 sword swings? I don't think the weapons in this game even have that much durability. You probably go through a weapon every single attack. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about the combat. Writing, honestly, for a game of this era, was actually really pretty good. By this point, writing in video games was still usually much more limited and very strict and linear, without a ton of character development. They tried some things in here. It branched out, it had some ideas. I don't know if all of them hit. I think I mentioned earlier about Charlotte. How she really only appears like twice. She shows up once when you first drop down into that dungeon and you learn who she is. You get a little bit of development on Charlotte by finding her mom's letters, and then Charlotte doesn't show up again until you have to fight her. Or not fight her, that was another thing I found out by reading through the walkthrough. If you don't, I think it's pray at Charlotte's grave, and you don't find the letters to give to her there, she morphs into an extra boss fight. We didn't do it because I did all the requisite things, which allowed us to skip it. But she shows up for that second time, and really just kind of seemed like an out-of-nowhere character, but then they did tie it in with the scene where Koudelka and Edward are talking to each other, where it's like, oh, I was also a abandoned, neglected child, just like Charlotte, and I identified with it. But a little bit sparse, probably could have been done a little bit better. Not bad, definitely quite interesting for the time it came out. Not a lot of other games in 1999, including, honestly, other RPGs, were even trying that deep of storytelling. I would honestly argue it's probably more ambitious than even the contemporaneous Final Fantasies. Music was solid. I liked the sound of the game. The models were great. I loved the enemy designs. There were a lot of them. They were very varied, and they had a lot of visual flair to them, as did the character models. Plus, on top of that, having the game actually render different weapons in the character's hands, very cool effect. Probably contributed to that whole poorly optimized and long load times issue, but it was a cool effect. Yeah. It's an interesting game. I don't know, because I don't think I know anyone, at least off the top of my head, who's played this game before. I bought this many years ago on a whim, because I think the person at the store I was buying it knew of the game. Was like, I asked him what it was, and he said, oh, it's a JRPG horror game. And there are so few of those, I just grabbed it. And then proceeded to never play it until 20 some odd years later. But, I don't know if this game particularly deserved better. It definitely had some interesting ideas. There were issues with it, the model loading. The first 3 discs were extremely linear. Which that's another point where I can't decide if I'm being too harsh on it and trying to get it to adhere to the standards of a Resident Evil game, which are, and honestly, most horror games, which are much more open-ended, have more backtracking, or if I need to just leave it because JRPGs tend to be more linear. I mean, it does have its moments where it opens up. There are some little side things that you can walk around and do, though not a huge amount of it. But the game is quite linear. I feel like a lot of the time the game doesn't give you a clear example of what it wants you to do next. Now, for the first 3 discs, this wasn't a huge issue. Because the game is linear, there was usually only one path forward. But I mean, the number of things I had to look up by the tail end, because the game just expected you to do something and gave literally no decent explanation. You know, I did finally figure it out, or I had to look it up. Like, you know, you walk. What had I just done? Well, whatever. Before you walked over back into the church from the other direction, I walked up to the door and it's like, oh, you need some way of dealing with Elaine's body. You should probably go back to the main building. I mean, I guess that was some direction. But I feel like that was not very descriptive. I mean, again, at the opening of this recording, I was like, okay, one of the plans was I'm just going to walk through every single room from the beginning of the game to try and figure out what it wants. I feel like it probably could have made more clear mention of, oh, we should go talk to Roger. Probably a similar amount of text and would have been far more direct. Also, forgetting like the nitroglycerin. That was a weird little sequence there. I suppose it's nice to have a break in case you want to go back into other areas of the game, maybe to collect items or do something, or I don't know, find side items, etc. But the very fact that you defeat the boss, walk back out, and then go to the only remaining door. You get a lengthy cutscene, so okay, they have some dialogue, which is great. And then James says, oh, I need to make nitroglycerin. Which is kind of out of nowhere, but funny. So it's like, okay, well, there was somewhere in here where he had a lab. And we need to go back, and I'm going to make the nitroglycerin. And then the game makes you walk back. Granted, from that position, there is literally only a single linear backwards path you can traverse. But gives you no indication of where in the mansion this supposed chemical lab is. So you walk back, it launches you into a cutscene, which is, you know, cool, and then boom, you have the nitroglycerin and you walk back to the door. I feel like the intervening walking parts were totally unnecessary. That could have been, oh, we have the scene at the door. James decides he needs to go and make nitroglycerin. Cut to the lab where James is working, and you have the fun little cutscene with, good lord, Edward and Koudelka. Koudelka. Scene ends, you have the nitroglycerin, and then it just fades in on the door. Like, why was the walking back and forth there necessary? That's really odd. Oh, well, anyway. I thought that was fun. I don't know if this is a game I particularly see myself replaying again in the future, but it was definitely a very interesting experience. Hopefully you broskies enjoyed seeing it with me, and hopefully I will catch you next time.